Indestructible Gaming. Select your character. Musket Shot. Mr. K. Let the battle begin. Get ready for a battle unknown. 3, 2, 1.
Hello and welcome to Indestructible Gaming and More. I am Muscashot, and today I'm going to be talking about a game called Windjammers 2. And this is a game that was on Game Pass for a little while. It's now off Game Pass, the Xbox Game Pass system. But had a chance to play this. Mr. K wanted to play it, never got a chance to play it, so that's why I'm just doing the review on this one. This game, Windjammers 2, is developed by Dotemu, located in Paris, France. It's either Dotemu or Dotemu. I'm not sure how to really pronounce it. It's Dotemu. So I apologize for not really knowing how to pronounce the name. I tried looking on their website and various other places to see how it was pronounced properly, but didn't see anything. This game was released back in 2022, and it's rated E for everyone. It's a single-player or multiplayer local game or a multiplayer online game. This company is maker of some games called one called TMNT Shredder's Revenge, which we played and did a review on. So check that out. Metal Slugs Tactics, Streets of Rage 4, and Double Dragon Trilogy is another one. So quite a few games that are actually pretty good. It's available on all platforms. And this is something I didn't know. It's a sequel to Neo Geo Windjammer from 1994. So if you're familiar with the Neo Geo games back then and the graphics, you'll kind of like look at this and be like, oh, this kind of looks familiar, and so I think you'll enjoy it if you played the original one back in 1994. There are 10 different characters to choose from, all with different abilities and power moves. So some are slower than others, some are faster, some have all these different moves. They all have certain sayings, and they're all from different countries, which is pretty neat. And they all have, and the languages they're using are, I'm assuming, the languages of that country, which is pretty cool. And the characters, from what I read on their website, are all hand-drawn characters, so that's also pretty neat. The gameplay is top-down, so you're looking down on the players and on the court as well. Object of the game is basically, it's to throw this flying disc into your opponent's goal. So the court is separated by a middle line that you cannot cross. So think of a court similar to like a tennis court. You're basically trying to get your flying disc, which looks like a frisbee, into your opponent's goal. And there's a number of different courts you can choose from in the game, which is pretty neat. I think there are probably at least 12 different courts, maybe more. I think I tried just about every one of them. They're all a little different in different designs. They're all about the same size, but some have obstacles in them to use for you to use to basically bounce your disc off of to change directions and do different things. Generally, the courts are all about the same size. The game kind of reminds me of Pong and air hockey, based on the fact that your character is trying to block a goal, trying to keep the flying disc out of your own goal. So it's I think it reminds me more of air hockey, just because of the fact that you can move up and down and do different things, move forward and stuff like that. Bouncing the flying disc off occasional objects in the game is pretty cool. And I don't know, to me it reminded me more of air hockey than Pong, but it's very similar to those styles. There's 3 game modes. There's an arcade mode, a versus mode, and an online mode. The arcade mode is more of a story mode, so that's where you're gonna pick a character, randomly select a character in a court for you to go to. If you beat that character, then you move on and go to a different stadium and play against a different character, stuff like that. So that's your typical arcade story mode. The versus play is against either a computer opponent or friendly local match. So that's versus mode, and then the online play is against anyone. You can do like a quick match against a random opponent, or you can do a ranked match, which basically you get ranked on your play, and they'll match you up with somebody close to your rank. So that's good. At least you won't, you don't play against somebody that's gonna absolutely destroy you because they're ranked like number 3 and you're number 1,000. So I think that's a smart move, because this is a tough game to learn and get the hang of and play. I found that it was a little bit difficult at times, but there are certain different settings for length of play to choose from. You can do number of points to win. I think it went up to like 21 or 25 or something like that. Or you can do a timer in the game, so you can do a certain time. I found the number of points to win was a little bit more fun. The timer in the game wasn't as much fun. I think there is a timer anyways with the number of points to win. So I think either way, you're kind of dealing with some sort of timer. But I like the number of points to win, because you kind of had a better idea of like how close you were to actually winning, instead of looking at the time all the time. Points vary at different times in the match. So, like 1 minute a goal could be worth a point. Then next minute it could be worth 3 points or 5 points. It randomly changes. So obviously your goal is to score as many points as you can, as quickly as you can. But sometimes you can tell when the points are going to be worth more, and you might want to play a little bit differently to maximize those points. But kind of gives you a chance, if you're behind sometimes, to kind of catch up on your opponent. There's different types of throws and maneuvers that your character can do. There's a slap shot, a drop shot, a jump move, and then there's what they call a powerful EX move. The drop shot is sort of just like, a drop shot in tennis. You're basically just getting it over the line and hopefully falling into an area where your opponent isn't there to catch it or deflect it somehow. So just think of that as tennis. You're trying to get that little drop shot in where they can't get it in time and get it over the net. Slap shot is basically just a really hard throw. The jump is basically catching the disc and jumping up and basically throwing it back down as hard as you can at your opponent or in that opponent's area. The X move is one of these powerful moves that you kind of have to build up on this. They call it the super meter. And you build that up every time you throw the disc. So once you build up the super meter all the way, you can use this X move. And each player has a different X move. And I found out in the game that you have to be kind of quick and lucky in order to stop it from going in the goal, because these things, the X move is pretty powerful and pretty quick. And you can use it to defend an opponent's X move. So you can use your own X move to defend, but I find that it was better to use as like a scoring opportunity, to use that powerful move to score a goal than to defend. Like I said, you can jump up in the air and catch the disc and spike it down. With drop shots and other things like that, you can try to catch those. You want to catch them if they land in a spot on your field of play, basically on your side of the net or line there. You can score points that way as well. So it doesn't always have to be scoring points by scoring a goal. You can score points by doing that as well. Now there's no tutorial mode, but there's a how to play manual that you can read in the game, and didn't feel like it helped me much in the gameplay. It will help you a little bit to understand the game, but overall I don't think it's going to make a huge difference. I think your best bet is playing the game and just learning how to throw the thing, throw the discs and catch it and stuff like that. Catching it is a little bit kind of hit or miss. Sometimes it's pretty easy, sometimes a little bit difficult. I think blocking shots and having them rebound back again is just a matter of good hand-eye coordination, really. The X move blocking that, again, like I said, is really based on just being in the right place at the right time. Because when the opponent does an X move towards you and your goal, it comes pretty quick. And sometimes they bounce it off a wall. Sometimes they just go straight ahead. It just depends. So you really have to be at the right place at the right time. The characters are all from, like I said, different countries. And again, they all have different moves. Some of them are really fast. Some are a little bit slower. Some are really strong. So it depends on what type of character you wanna have. You can kind of look and see what kind of abilities they have. There's men and women, and again, like I said, they're all from different countries, so they have different catchphrases in their own native tongue, which is pretty cool. And but it again, like I said, it's like Pong and air hockey. You really want to use bouncing it off walls and stuff like that to create, a difference in direction of the flying disc. You don't want to just throw it straight at them all the time. I mean, you can, because it will build up your power move, but ideally, you want to use the walls as much as possible, like you do in air hockey. So overall, the game is fun. I found that hard to beat the AI opponent. It does take a lot of practice with this game. You have to, like I said, with each character being different, you just try a lot of them. I tried all of them, and you just want to find one that you feel really comfortable with and using, and then just practice against the AI to learn all your different characters' moves. You might luck out and be really good at it right away, or it might take you some time to figure out how to really play with that character properly to be good at this game. But if you're a fan of the original Windjammers back in 1994, then I think you'll enjoy this game just as much, maybe even more. So definitely check it out if you were a fan of that game back then. And if you like Pong and air hockey a lot, then you'll probably like this game. If you're not a fan of those games, I think this is one of those games that you'll want to skip, because it is very much that. And the drawings are good, the characters are good. There are spectators watching the game and stuff like that. And the different stadiums are pretty cool. I like the fact that there were a lot of different stadiums to choose from. So depending on where you want to play and stuff like that, especially when you're just playing against the computer, that's pretty fun. And if you're playing with friends and stuff like that, it'd be, it's cool to play on that, different stadiums. There is no 2 versus 2 that I saw, so I think that would make it very chaotic, anyways. Although it could maybe add some of the fun, but it looked like it was just 1 versus 1 in the gameplay. But I think that covers everything. Like I said, it's not on Game Pass anymore, so it is a title that you would have to either maybe try a demo someplace or just buy and give it a shot. Yeah, that's pretty much it. All right. Well, thank you for listening, but we will talk to you later. And as Mr. K always says, peace.
Game over.
Hey guys, how's it going? I hope you enjoyed the episode. We're on Facebook and Twitter, and if you go on our website with the same name, you can also find us on all the other kinds of stuff you can listen to us to. Anyways, hope you have a wonderful day, folks. Stay indestructible, and peace.